That is one of those things that was crazy.
The host family program was essential.
The pictures, man, the places I got to see. Best summer ever.
Obviously, every year is going to be different. That's what I love about sports. Winning championships is fun, but it is hard to win every single year. It's hard to win every once in a while.
In 2016, I think Rich Burke said we set a record with more than 65, 70 players coming through the club.
We, the Hops, don't necessarily control the roster, right? So if a player's doing well and they get promoted, like, that's awesome. Like, that's their goal, that's their dream, right? So we're here to support them do that.
Pretty certain that we took a picture, an opening day roster picture, and then at the end we took a picture of all the guys that stayed there, and it was like 7 guys left out of the original 26, 27, whatever it was. That is one of those things that was crazy. Like, you walking into a locker room and that locker emptied out and you don't know where that person went. You never really get used to it. It's always a weird feeling all the way up to the big leagues.
With the unpredictability of, how long you may be at an affiliate, host family program was just essential to our operations.
I was so grateful for the host family situation for the players.
Oftentimes it's their first year in professional baseball, and for many of them it might be their first year away from home, right?
I didn't have to worry about a whole lot of stuff because I knew that they're in some really good hands.
Over the years, Joan and I hosted 17 players, 1 fiance, 1 girlfriend, and 1 pitching coach.
I like having summer suns. And you don't have to take your players around, you don't have to feed them meals, you don't have to, but to be a part of the experience, I feel like you did have to have a good open dialogue with them.
It saved all of us a lot of money, in spending, because obviously back then we didn't make that much money.
Honestly, if I was staying in a 1-bedroom apartment on air mattresses with 4 other guys, like I've heard happens sometimes in the minor leagues, I don't know if I would have been able to perform at the level that I did.
You get to know them on a personal basis, and that's really what even adds so much to the enjoyment of the game, because it's not just entertainment anymore. I mean, it is, but there's a different degree, a different depth to it.
Watching and learning about the game, picking up on nuances. I was watching where Mark was positioning himself at second and why.
Getting to see them outside of uniforms and away from the coaches, and it's just, they get to be the 20-year-old kids that they are. And it's a lot of fun.
You see legitimate real connections forged between players and families in a month, because they're not here a long time, the players, that last forever.
To this day, he still keeps in touch. He's always sending stuff to my kids, whether it's Christmas or books or just little Hops memorabilia stuff, and he'll go out of his way to do it. So, and they'll still come and see me whenever they can if I'm playing somewhere up that's even remotely close to the Pacific Northwest.
So it's been great fun to watch, Taylor's boys, and now they have a little girl, but to watch them grow up, and now they are 2nd grade, 7 years old, I think it is, playing baseball themselves.
Think about a relationship you have with someone for 2 months, 8 years ago. Are you still talking to that person? Probably not.
It didn't matter if you were a first-round draft pick or you signed as a free agent. These families really cared about these players.
Part of me is sad it doesn't exist anymore. In minor league baseball, it had to happen. There needed to be, more organized housing and more, help provided to players. But you do lose some of those relationships that are really, really, really special.
Being a short season team back in 2016, we only had 38 home games. You blink and you miss it.
Learn that I don't need to stress about a whole lot of stuff. I can relax and have a lot more fun. So there's more free time in my day. I got work done a lot more efficiently. I was able to invest more into the relationships.
I do remember us having a blast that year. The team was so much fun.
I'm all hopped up. I'm all hopped up. I'm all hopped up.
Even though there were so many people bouncing around, there was a core group of guys that stayed.
It gave me a chance to explore Portland and Hillsboro and the whole Oregon area. The pictures, man, the places I got to see over there, still best summer ever.
I think that was the bullpen bandits year also.
Strike 3 called, and it's over. Riley Smith retires the side in the 9th inning. Brilliant relief work from the Hops again.
Started throwing the ball really well.
Fastball got him looking over the outer half. Touchdown, Tommy. Hoists his hands in the air.
We kind of were the anchor of that team there. Is like if we had the lead late in the game, like we just sort of locked it up. Tuck Ward decided, he's like, hey, we need to come up with a name. And he's like, we're just out here like stealing wins and doing what we want. Like we're the bandits. We're the bullpen bandits. So then we kind of just took it and rolled with it.
Very rarely, especially, you know, at the lower level in the minor leagues, can you see 4 to 5 guys roll in from the bullpen, no matter who it is, and know that, you know, the game's over. Or at least they're not scoring that inning. Our record spoke for itself. You know, our bullpen spoke for itself, us getting the playoffs.
And we were literally 1 game away from moving on. And if we beat Eugene, we win that whole stinking thing.
We sort of felt like that was the championship game. And it was like, this is going to be the toughest 3 games of the playoffs.
The 2-1 pitch to Kaylee's ground ball fair down the third baseline. Here comes Caraviones. The Hops win it. They win it. Jose Kaylee's with a walk-off base hit to left. Hillsboro goes up 1-0.
You get goosebumps when moments like Kaylee's single happen and you see how crazy everyone gets. And Kaylee's was never a like big hitter, never a stud. And he's one of the most humble people in the world. He's a bullpen catcher now at the Diamondbacks, and he was always one of my favorite people to ever have on a team. So when you have those moments from guys like that, when you're like so happy for the person, same way you are to the team, it like doubles it right there. And that was one of them.
I remember correctly, game 3 was, I think we lost 2-1. It came down to the last pitch.
Deluzio inching down the line at third. Swung on the fly ball toward right field. And Garcia makes the catch. And it's over. Eugene has won the South Division Series.
2016 was, in all my years in baseball, personally, it was the best summer I have ever had in the sport.
It can go by so fast that it's important when you're around the coaching staff we had or the players that we had to just enjoy the moment. You know, keep a smile on our face, realize that this could be a lot worse than coming to the ballpark for work every day, and just really maximizing the opportunity that we have each season.